Introducing my good friend, Mark Levesque. He's a global power affiliate with the Shopping Sherlock. He's one of the top leaders and trainers in the United States. He's also a great business person. He's also a pastor, and he's one of my best friends in the world. He's one of my mentors. He actually mentors me. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Levesque.
Well, thank you everyone here tonight and around the world. And so it's my pleasure to be speaking to you. And really, my role is to share with people about the changes that are coming to our economy, to our world. There are massive changes, and this is nothing new. There's been huge changes in economies long before we're in the midst of a huge change right now, probably the largest in history. So, like at the turn of the 19th century, the wealthy people were in agriculture. They built those mansions with the big white pillars, and all that was with agriculture. And then in the 1930s, that began to shift, and we went into the Industrial Revolution. And the people who made a lot of money back then, they're names that we know. Carnegie owned U.S. Steel, and Henry Ford started Ford, and Cadillac, the Cadillac Company. All these people that made a lot of money back then were the ones that were in charge of industry, making things. And most of the profit in a product during the manufacturing time was in the manufacturing of the product. And things were made closer to home. And so people, there was a factory in Detroit, most of the cars were, sold in the United States. But something began to shift in the next century. In the 1960s, the cost of manufacturing dropped to 15% of the product, and distribution became 85% of the product. And so distribution became the place to make money. So who was making money in the 1960s, 80s, 90s? It was companies that were distributing products, not making the products. Walmart, Target, Dell, all these people, Gates, these people were making products and they were distributing products to people. The economy had shifted from an agrarian and agricultural economy to a manufacturing economy, and now we're shifting to a distribution economy. And that's what we're in right now. And so the distribution, the largest distributor company in the world was Walmart. Sam Walton saw this coming. He knew where to invest. And what he did is he took the trucks. He was working for Ben Franklin, and then he was going over to Kmart. He spent more time at Kmart than he did at the store he was working at because he was stealing all Kmart's ideas. And so he was bringing over Ben Franklin, but the Ben Franklin guys couldn't get on with it. They wouldn't adopt the ideas. So he started Walmart, and Walmart did not have a noble beginning. When they opened their first store, they were having pony rides, they were having stacks of watermelons, and the head guy, I think it was for Kmart, was over there watching his grand opening, and it was so hot out that the watermelons were exploding. And so when watermelons explode, what happens to the donkeys? Well, the donkeys were afraid, and so the whole parking lot was covered with watermelon and donkey hooves. And so the head of Kmart was over there saying, this Sam Walton's not going to amount to anything. Eventually, the guy ended up becoming the CEO of Walmart when Sam Walton retired. And so Walmart, he had something, even though he had a rough start. Lots of companies have a rough start. And so Walmart became the richest man in the world. And then his offspring were some of the richest people in the world. The money that we made was in distribution. But Michael Dell saw what was happening to what Sam Walton did to Kmart and Ben Franklin, all those other stores becoming the biggest. He said, I can do what Sam did. What Sam did is he took all the trucks and he made all the trucks Walmart trucks because he knew the money was in distribution. Do you see any Kmart trucks? See any Ben Franklin trucks? But you see a lot of Walmart trucks. It's because the distribution, all that money that was in the trucking, Sam took it inside. He also knew there was money in the warehousing. So he brought the warehouse inside and he called it Sam's Club. Sam's Club is Walmart's warehouse. And we pay money to sign up to go shop there. He was brilliant because the money was in distribution and it's still in distribution. But what Michael Dell saw was that I can change distribution because as Sam lowered the cost by bringing the trucks inside and the warehouse inside his company, Michael Dell said, I can do away with the trucks, I can do away with the warehouse, I can use the internet as my source of distribution. I can cut all the costs out and I can sell more computers than Walmart can. And people would say to Michael Dell, he said, you mean you're going to sell computers on a computer to people who don't have a computer? If you think about that, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But he became a billionaire, and many people have a Dell computer today because he saw it. He saw distribution was changing. And every time distribution changes, every time the way people make money changes, that wealth is not lost. It is transferred to the people who have their hands on the next phase, the next economy. When you're in the right place at the right time, as the economy is transitioning to a new economy, you stand to benefit. And if you're in the right place, it multiplies. It doesn't just transfer, it multiplies. And so a few years ago, I saw that everyone was going to be moving to the internet. It wasn't just about computers like Michael Dell was saying, it was the computers plus the internet. The internet was going to become, like Michael Dell said, the distribution center of the new economy. And all of us are going there, but none of us, other than here, that I know, in the Shopping Sherlock, are participating as part of the distribution channel itself. When Henry Ford became the center of where people make money, he became a billionaire. When Michael Dell became the center of where people were making money, he became a billionaire. When Bill Gates and Steve Jobs became the center where people were going onto the internet, they became billionaires. Google, the owners of Google, became billionaires. And so when this money transfers into the new economy, it affects the people that hold that distribution channel. So who's bringing all the people to the internet as a place for you to make a living on it? No one yet, but the Shopping Sherlock. That's what's gotten me so excited about the Shopping Sherlock, is it's not just out there on the internet like Amazon and eBay and these companies. They're out there, but you have to have a lot of expertise. You got to really have a lot of investment to really make money working with those people. Not at the Shopping Sherlock. We don't have to know all the things people have to know when they're on the internet, working directly with Amazon or directly with eBay or directly with Walmart on the internet. When you work with those companies, you've got to know a lot of things. You've got to know how to build a website. You've got to know how to drive traffic. You've got to know online marketing. You have to know SEO, search engine optimization. You have to know Google AdWords. All these things you have to know. But with the Shopping Sherlock, we don't have to know that because it's in the Sherlock. It's in there. We don't have to know. All we have to know is to ask a person, have you ever thought about making money online? It's that simple. And if they say yes, you have 10 minutes to watch 3 videos for me to show you the details. It's that simple. And so we've simplified participating in the transfer of wealth. Now, as a business owner, as a participant, as an affiliate of the Shopping Sherlock, that doesn't mean we're going to be like Henry Ford or Michael Dell or Bill Gates from an income standpoint, because we're all sharing the company. We're sharing the move into the internet together. We all own this company as individual owners of our own private business. So if they made billions of dollars for the transfer because they were the one or the 2 people holding the reins, what about us? Maybe we're not going to become billionaires through the Shopping Sherlock because we're going to share it with each other, right? But we're going to be okay. We're going to do just fine because this company is right in the right place for the transition from the old economy onto the internet, and we're opening up the door for other people to profit from it, and that's the power of it. And that's what I see with this company. I see it's in the perfect place as this economy changes to a new economy. So that's what I see. And when I first met Chuck and I started seeing the technology, I saw the future of it. I mean, I really see it. I saw this platform for the fundraising that we're going to talk about. I saw that coming years ago. I saw the mobile app years ago. I saw what this company could be, and I just know that this company is going to be the billion-dollar company that we are expecting it to be. I just know it. I know it's going to come. I know it's coming. So that's why I'm so jazzed. And it's going to help so many people make a difference in their lives. So it's huge. And so my experience, my short-term experience, was that I started sharing the Sherlock with people. I was working at a nonprofit. My income wasn't enough really to make ends meet, certainly not to take a vacation and other things. And so I really needed to supplement my income. And so I started sharing the Sherlock with people. People started using it. People started asking me, how are you making money with this? And I would tell them, and they would become distributors, affiliates. And then eventually, my business grew to the point where I could replace my income at the church. And then I kept doing the same thing the following year, and it grew even more. And so it's been a blessing to me financially. And it's also, financially through the income that I've earned from sharing the Sherlock with people, and they're being able to save money. When they save money, I benefit, But I've saved quite a bit of money with the Shopping Sherlock, and is it a good time to share a story too? Okay, well, just recently I went into Sprint because my phone had, I don't know why they stopped working. They send all these, I don't know if they do this on purpose. They send all these updates, and then your phone doesn't work anymore, so you gotta get more memory. So I had to go get a phone with more memory, so I did. And they gave me a decent deal on it, but I needed a cover, and I got one for my wife, a phone for her as well. And she just entered the world of the smartphone. She had a flip phone up until a week ago, so she's learning how to use it. I know that our 7-year-old granddaughter could probably use it a lot quicker than she can, but she's learning. But anyway, I bought two cases. It was $70 for the two cases. Kathy said, "Did you Sherlock it?" And I said, "No." She said, "Are you out of your mind? $35 for a case?" And so she went on the Sherlock. She found both of them for $4.95. We saved $61 on that one purchase. But there's so many ways that we save money. For Christmas time, we wanted to buy my son an island for his kitchen, son and his fiance. And we went to Bed Bath & Beyond, and they were $400. So we went home and we Sherlocked it, and found it for $207. We saved almost $200. One day I came home from a business trip, and I walk in and there's all these boxes, and the boxes are full of light fixtures. A light fixture for every light fixture in the house. And I said, "The light fixtures work perfectly." She said, "Well, they're brass. I want wrought iron." So I could read just fine by a brass light fixture. I don't know what the problem is. It's those shopping shows. They just ruin us for keeping our stuff long, And so she says, "But I Sherlocked it," So, we saved about 50% on the light fixtures. I probably spent more than if I had kept the brass light fixtures, but I've saved a lot with tires on my car, on the car that I have out there right now, and the car at home. The car at home, I needed 4 new tires. I called Dobbs. They were $170 per tire. I went on to the Sherlock, found them for $90. I called Dobbs and said, "Hey, I'm not gonna come by and get those tires we talked about." And he said, "Why?" And I told him, and he said, "Well, I can give you a better tire for $90. I can put them on for free and rotate them for life for free." Wow. So I said, "Okay, that works for me." So I went. And last summer, my air conditioner went out in my convertible. You do need an air conditioner in a convertible because when it's 100 degrees, putting the top down doesn't help. Sometimes it's worse, actually. Yeah. And so I brought it in. They said it's the compressor. It wasn't the compressor. It was a little thing on the compressor, but they made it part of the compressor, so you had to get the whole thing, right? And so I said, "Well, how much?" He said, $1,100. I said, "How much?" $1,100. So I said, "Well, how much is the compressor?" And they said $700. So I said, "Well, let's table this decision for a little while." So I went home and I Sherlocked it, and I found it for $200. And then a neighbor put it in for $100. So for $300, I saved $800 on that repair. So every week we're making savings, and we're starting to buy clothing now on the Sherlock. So you find out what you like and the size you like, and now you go and Sherlock and save 40-50%, right? So it's a remarkable business. I'm so glad to be part of it. With the fundraising platform, we really have a great way to share it with other people. I know where this company's going. I am going there because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm on a mission to change lives as this economy changes, to create wealth in the right hands, drawing people into the new economy. And I'm going. Whoever wants to come with me is welcome to come, but I'm going there anyway. Thank you, Chuck.
Before you close, could you tell us who you might believe that Henry Ford of the Internet Age is? And tell us a little about him.
I believe that Michael Weeder, the CEO of the Sherlock, is really the Henry Ford of the Internet, because what Henry Ford did, I think they invented the car in Germany. So there were car companies here, but Henry Ford's the one that gave everyone a car. And so really, the heavy forward of the internet will be the person that puts the internet in the hands of every individual as a way for them to impact their lives financially. And I really believe that's Michael Weeder. I believe he arrived in this company at exactly the right time. And sometime I'll tell you the whole story. It's a phenomenal story, and it's really supernatural in the way that it all happens. So someday I'll share that with you. But thank you, and appreciate the time.
Good job.